had to really be conscious of my body, especially at work, because if I get tired and I'm not all there mentally, I can have an adverse effect on those I serve. So I take a break. If that means just pulling back from the computer or from the film for a while, I do that.
My job is very physical. I'm on my feet for 4 to 6 hours a day at least. I have to lift heavy items, pots, pans, groceries, whatever that might be. But for me, the biggest challenge might be the fatigue, which doesn't necessarily happen all the time. If it does, I lay down, maybe just take a nap or just take a load off my feet and just relax.
The things that I've done to help me manage my work better, I always write everything down now, so I don't have to commit everything to memory and not stress myself thinking, okay, did I miss this deadline or have I not done this?
I've always been one to make lists and write things down, but that has still become critically important for me to stay on top of what it is I'm doing.
You put down about 20 tasks, and I'd like to get at least more than half done, and if I get 3 done in a day because it's a challenging day, then it'll be there tomorrow.
Somehow in the last year, I feel like my rhythms, my body's natural clock has changed to a certain extent. And I find it a little bit harder to get up in the morning. And so if anything, I'm sneaking into work, maybe not at 8:30, but maybe more so at 8:45. But I find that once I've got my groove going, that I stay a little bit later in the day. So it's not that I'm working fewer hours, I've just shifted where I put them in.
It's no fun when a Saturday comes and you're just relaxing all day because you kind of burned yourself out during the week. So I try to just call it a day. And there'll be times when I'm driving home late at night after a long day saying, Luana, you know better. And when you work long days, your symptoms do come back. You get the numbness, you get the fatigue, and you're a bit dragging.
When I was first doing my research on the National MS website, one of their publication is, "But you look so good." And it's funny, but people really do say that. I don't know what they expect to see, and I think maybe they expect to see this really ashen, frail person. But you don't see the symptoms from the outside.
For the month that I was not able to use my left hand because of my first attack, it was very scary for me because I was thinking that it's never going to come back. How am I going to be a personal chef and not have the use of my hand? And then as time went by, I was able to get feeling back in my hand and slowly was able to use it. But I was also thinking at the time, if I needed to, my dad's retired. I could certainly take my dad on a job with me and help me lift up a pot if I needed to lift it up, or if he needed to chop an onion for me, the little things that I needed to do. But I've learned through having a business that I can't worry about that and just going to do what I have to do today.
Well, I'm a money coach today. What that means is that I help people develop spending plans for their life and manage their money better. It really does challenge me cognitively, and it's emotionally too. So I really take a new person and a new couple through a very emotional transition.
At the end of the day, from being a personal chef, I love being in control of what I do, my happiness. Yeah, there's some days that I don't feel like getting up on a Monday morning and going to work just like anybody else, but once I'm there, I'm working, I feel how lucky life is wonderful.
I do include now more time to serve others who might be dealing with a diagnosis or symptoms. It's taken me a while to feel like I've made the contribution that I want to make, because the contribution that I had in mind was much greater than what my body and my mind are capable of doing right now, I think. But I still keep it up there. I still keep the vision and the goals high.